So in this week's Torah portion, I'd like to focus on one scene. Jacob's already married Rachel and Leah. They're at Lavan's. He does what he does, and they're ready for the great escape. And as they escape, Rachel steals these trafim, these mysterious trafim. It is a word we have no idea what it really means, why it's written the way it's written. And so Nachmanides wants to start with Rashi. Why does she steal the trafim? And then, of course, what is Lavan's answer? He says, "Why did you steal my gods?" Right. So Rashi says that these trafim, that Rachel wanted to get her father off of idolatry. That's what she wanted. And now one could argue that these really were for idolatry, but surely not all trafim are used for idolatry, because Nachmanides says we know that there's a scene with Michal and King David, right, before he's king, with David, where these trafim are used. And we're not going to get into that. And so Nachmanides says you can't say that all of these are meant for idolatry. We're not even going to get into the fact that the trafim there and their size was different to the ones, right, she's sitting on these trafim. So what are these trafim? Nachmanides tells us, he says that the word trafim we're actually future-telling devices. And he says, how do I know these are future-telling devices? It's like a sort of weak form of prophecy. It comes very often, but it can be a little bit weak. At times can be disappointing, much like nevuah rafa, a sort of weak thing. And now, and he says this is what he used them for. He used them for fortune telling, and this might explain why she stole them, because she wouldn't want her father to know where they'd gone, so he wouldn't be able to catch up. And so we still don't know, why does Lavan call these, why did you take away my God or my gods? And Nachmanides says, we find in other places in the scripture where the trafim, much like the ephod, these sort of things that can be used even for holy work, people can have a tendency, even though you're meant to use this thing for, say, fortune telling, it's a tool that you're meant to use, but obviously to have in your mind that God is enabling this for you. And the mistake we can make is by thinking, no, this tool is the God that is telling me what the future beholds, and this is the mistake. This is what little people do. You need to be able to realize that any great device that you have is given to you and is made possible through God, and this is the mistake here. This is an indication that Lavan was not only using this as a fortune-telling device, which then, according to Nachmanides, one could argue is kosher, but the mistake was that his assumption is that then this is God, and people are bowing down to this thing, and that's where the problem starts. So thoughts on this fascinating scene and its interpretation, trafim, according to Nachmanides, Shabbat Shalom.